There was a massive bang, and it felt like we were coasting forever before we stopped. Then I just remember there was this like moment of absolute silence. And then, yeah, that's when the screaming starts. Hello, my name is Karl. On the 7th of July in 2005, I was on the same carriage where one of the bombs was detonated. A lady held my hand whilst we were stuck in the carriage. And yeah, for the last 15 years, I've been trying to find her. It was absolutely pitch black. There was lots of smoke, and you could taste it. It's like very acidic. Obviously, had no idea what had happened, but I think I initially thought that part of the tube had collapsed. There was people shouting, going, "It's okay, we're gonna be okay." But then also people saying, you know, "Stop screaming because we're gonna use up all the air." I must have just let that overwhelm happen, and I remember just like blubbering like a child and just like real deep-seated tears. And there was this realization that, wow, you're on your own. And that really started to get me in a state. And I just heard someone just a few feet away to my left say, "Oh, can I hold your hand? Can I hold your hand?" And it was a lady who'd said this.
Yeah.
And I said to her, "It's like, we're gonna die, aren't we? This is how we're going to die." And she was just so calm and peaceful. I was like, no, we're gonna get out, we're gonna get out. And it felt like then forever that we were just waiting. And I was just silently holding this lady's hand. And then I just remember like the driver's door opened, and I remembered it was just like the light of heaven opening up in front. And she's like, "See, we're gonna get out now, we're gonna get out." And that's when the driver said, "You have to walk, go really slowly." And at this point, I was just in complete get me out of here mode. And I remember, I don't mean I shoved this lady out the way, but I definitely pushed in front of her to get out before her. And that's been something that I've really struggled to deal with since that someone would be so helpful, and I would be so selfish, I guess.
Have you ever thought about who this woman might be?
I mean, yes, but it's so strange because I don't know her name, don't know what she looks like, but she's someone I value so much. So I want to say thank you, and I also have this guilt around pushing in front of her.
Completely, wholeheartedly understand why you want to find her.
Yeah.
She's such an important woman in your life.
When the incident happened, it was just, you know, reaching out to somebody in that moment of not knowing whether I was going to survive. And it was a source of comfort for me. And I remember saying it's going to be okay, but I said it to calm myself down.
Our stories aligned so well.
Yeah. But do you remember coming off the train?
So one of the things that I've really struggled with over the years is that when we were evacuated, there's a particular moment where I sort of pushed in front of her. So I don't know if that sort of ties in with anything.
You know, for me, I lost my phone. So I do remember, and I mean, sort of the fact that you're saying that, you know, you sort of pushed past that person. For me, I sort of bent down and started to look for my phone.
Hearing you say that is wonderful for me because it's something I felt terrible about.
I mean, I feel like maybe we will never know if we were each other's person on that train, but it's the fact that, you know, we've had those kind of similar experiences at the similar time. Your story was that that person reached out to you and the fact that they actually helped you, whereas for me, that person helped me in a sense. The fact that you said that that woman has actually saved you, which for me it was sort of really kind of profound, you know, to hear that.
Could it be you? Yes, of course. We're never going to know, and I think that's probably okay. Just so amazing to hear someone else's experience. I just love that she reached out for help and that she felt that that person offered her help. I've never thought that whether it was Susan or somebody else that I offered that person help at that time, because it felt very one-sided. It felt like I was being completely held and supported by that woman. And that's what it's always been about for me, is recognizing that in those moments, the darkest moments where I felt the most alone I've ever felt, someone was there and supporting me. The world's chaos right now, and I think it's important to realize that we can help each other out by just a simple gesture of reaching out for a hand and offering help. It's so small and doesn't cost anything, but offers so much. That hand touch, I still feel like saved me in so many ways.